How can a fireworks accident change the course of an NFL player's entire season? And the bigger question, can Najee Harris recover in time to make an impact when the season kicks off? On the 4th of July, one of the NFL's top running backs, Najee Harris, faced an unexpected setback. What seemed like an innocent celebration ended up sending shockwaves through the sports world, leaving fans wondering if Harris would be ready for Week 1 of the new NFL season. With so much riding on his performance, the pressure is mounting, but there's still a lot of uncertainty surrounding his recovery. In this video, we're diving deep into what happened, how it affects Harris's season, and whether or not he'll be ready to carry the ball for the Chargers when the season starts. On the 4th of July, Najee Harris was just like many others, enjoying the holiday celebrations. But what seemed like a fun moment turned into a nightmare when a fireworks accident left him with injuries that sidelined his training for several weeks. Thankfully, the injury wasn't life-threatening, but it was serious enough to force him off the field and put his participation in the upcoming season at risk. The timing couldn't have been worse. With training camps in full swing and the season fast approaching, Harris needed every minute to get back into shape. And for someone who had been gearing up for a critical year with the Chargers, this setback raised serious concerns. While the nature of his injury was kept under wraps, the uncertainty surrounding it was enough to make fans anxious. Would this be a minor hiccup in his preparation? Or would it be a season-altering incident that could derail his entire campaign? At this point, Harris was facing not only the physical challenge of recovering from the injury, but also the mental battle of pushing past a traumatic event that could easily have derailed his focus. But despite the odds, Harris was determined to bounce back stronger than ever. And now, as he prepares for his return to the field, fans and analysts alike are left wondering, how much time will it take for him to get back to his explosive best? And can he really make it in time for the Chargers season opener? Najee Harris isn't just any running back. He's a cornerstone of the Los Angeles Chargers offense, a key player they rely on week after week to make explosive plays. Since entering the NFL, Harris has quickly established himself as one of the most dynamic running backs in the game. Last season, he averaged impressive yards per carry and was pivotal in the Chargers' high-powered offense. The Chargers' success hinges heavily on the performance of their running game, and Harris has become the face of that effort. With his vision, speed, and ability to break tackles, Harris is not only an offensive weapon, but a game-changer. His ability to push through tough defenses and consistently move the chains is a huge part of what makes the Chargers' offense so lethal. But here's the problem. Without Harris, the Chargers' offense loses a major piece of its puzzle. While backup options exist, none of them can replicate Harris's impact. For the team to hit the ground running when the season starts, they need him at full strength. So, why does his return matter so much? The Chargers are aiming for big things this season, including a potential playoff run. Harris's presence on the field is critical to their chances. He's not just a running back. He's a leader, a playmaker, and someone who sets the tone for the entire offense. That's why every fan is watching closely, hoping for a speedy recovery and a full recovery before Week 1. After the fireworks incident, Najee Harris wasted no time in focusing on his recovery. While the injury was serious enough to sideline him for a while, Harris was determined not to let it derail his season. He immediately began working with the Chargers medical team, going through a strict regimen of physical therapy and conditioning exercises to get his body back in top form. By mid-July, Harris was cleared to return to training, and despite a slow start, he has been ramping up his workload ever since. There's no denying that the clock is ticking. With the season opener just around the corner, Harris needs to not only get back into physical shape, but also fine-tune his skills to match the level of intensity the NFL demands. The real question is, can Harris make up for the lost time? The off-season and training camps are crucial for building chemistry with teammates and getting used to the pace of the game. Missing out on those early weeks can be a significant setback for any player. However, Harris's work ethic is well known. He's always been the type of player to push himself to the limit, and now, more than ever, he needs to prove that his drive can overcome a challenging injury. If he can stay consistent with his recovery and maintain his determination, he might just be able to make it back in time to reclaim his starting spot on the Chargers' offense for the opening game. As the season opener looms closer, the big question remains: will Najee Harris be ready to take the field for Week 1? The clock is ticking, and the Chargers are in dire need of their star running back to be at his best. With a challenging schedule ahead, Harris's return could be the difference between a strong start and a rocky beginning for Los Angeles. Several factors will determine whether Harris can make it back in time. First, there's the physical aspect. While he's been cleared for practice, it's one thing to return to the field, and another to regain the explosive power that made him such a dominant force last season. Harris will need to push through the physical pain, get back to his peak conditioning, and regain his sharpness in just a few weeks. Then there's the mental challenge. Coming off an injury, especially one that interrupted his training, can create doubt and hesitation. However, if there's one thing Harris has shown throughout his career, it's resilience. He's the type of player who thrives under pressure and comes back even stronger when faced with adversity. Ultimately, the decision will come down to how well Harris responds to the team's training camp and how well he holds up during practice. If everything falls into place and his recovery continues on track, it's very possible that he'll be ready to suit up when the Chargers face their opponents on the big stage. The stakes are high, but with Harris's determination, he might just pull off the impossible. Najee Harris's journey back to the field after his fireworks accident is more than just a story of physical recovery. It's a testament to his resilience and determination. While we still don't know for certain whether he'll be ready for Week 1, one thing is clear: Harris has the heart and work ethic to push through even the toughest setbacks. As the season approaches, fans are eagerly awaiting his return, hoping he'll be back at full strength to lead the Chargers' offense. The stakes are high, and the anticipation is palpable. Will Harris rise to the challenge? Only time will tell, but if anyone can overcome adversity and return stronger than ever, it's Najee Harris. So what do you think? Do you believe Harris will be ready in time for the season opener? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about the impact he'll have on the Chargers this season.